Lots of wee bits this time, just working with some of the various form elements, adding some properties in here. Okay, so all of these are fairly straightforward, I hope. The first one we're going to look at is, what about if we want to pre-select a radio button? Now, pre-selecting a radio button, pre-selecting an option in a selection list, these should be done with great care. Like, for example, if you have a business and the majority of your customers live in Ireland, 99%, if you set the default country in a selection list to Ireland, or in a set of radio buttons, is a danger that somebody, the 1% whose customers, the 1% of customers who are from outside Ireland, may not actually change that. So they'll end up with the wrong country in their details stored on your database. So you need to be very, very careful about when you would have a default value selected, pre-selected in a radio button set or in a selection list. Okay, and similarly, that would apply also to default text in a text box or a text area. So we're going to look at how do we do this anyway. Okay, we may not necessarily want to do it in the first place. Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to tidy up here. Okay, so this is essentially sections 15 to 20 in the notes that we are going to cover. Okay, so pre-selecting one radio button. How do we do that? It's simply, we say checked equals checked. Okay, so the third dog here, Spot, when I run this, we'll see that Spot's name is pre-checked, like that. Okay, very straightforward. Section 17, default text in a text area. Let's find the text area. Let's run it first. Easier to find it then. Okay, so here we go. Here's text box here. Aged 5 is appearing there, so it's just in the second field set there. Age 5 here. Okay, so there's a default text for text area, age 5, like that. Okay, and how would we actually set the width and height of a text area? You just use the rows and cols properties like that. Okay, rows 12, cols 4. If I change that to 14 and I change rows down to 5. Okay, so it's gone from 12, 4, so it should become a rectangle the opposite way. If you like, you can see it. It's changed its shape like that. Okay, rows and cols, but the browser generally can allow you to just change it informally. You're not changing the HTML code when you do that. What about a password field? Very straightforward. It's okay, here we go. Password. I can't find it here. I'm going to do a search for it. Let's look for password. Here we go here. So where am I adding this? Just after email, input tag, type equals password. Just there. Okay, and what that does is it when you start typing, no information is appearing on the screen. Very straightforward. And finally, file upload. For this section, hopefully I have it down. Here we go. Upload a file. Input tag again, type equals file. Okay, here we go. Choose file. No file chosen. Okay, because it's text box, when we hover over, you can see it's picking up the light green there, or because the default for a text box or if an input tag is yellow background. So choose file, and then we can pick whatever file we want like that.